Hello, everyone, and welcome to CWI 101. I'm your instructor, Jessica Hutton. The purpose of this video is to give you a brief introduction to our Blackboard shell so that you can see where everything in our class lives. So what I'd like to do is I'm going to go through our course menu here on the left-hand side. I'm going to show you what is in each of those folders so that you know how to navigate our class. So first up, we have the announcements page. This is the page that you should see each time you log into our class. And what you can expect to see here are a couple of different things. First, you are going to see a weekly announcement from me, just like you see here, that kind of goes over all of the information for the week. A lot of the times you're going to have a brief introduction to that unit, as well as the schedule of what is going to be expected for you to complete for the week. Hey, some other things that you might see here are other random announcements that I send out. I typically don't post on the announcements unless I feel like it is something important. So if you do see something from me here, please make sure that you are reading it. I do want to note that anything that I do post here will also generally be sent to your CWI student email account. So make sure that you are also checking that frequently as well. Another thing that you might see here are announcements from the school. They call those auto announcements. And they typically also provide key information about what's going on around the campus and important dates and things like that. So please also keep an eye out for those as well. Okay, next up we have the syllabus and schedule tab, and this houses exactly what it says it does, which is our syllabus and schedule. This is actually going to be one of your required readings for the week. So this is a tab that you are going to be visiting in week 1. So please make sure that you are downloading this information and looking through it. This is a contract between you and I, so it's really important that you know what the course expectations are. And if you have any questions about this, please let me know. I do want to note that at the very end of this syllabus is our course schedule, and this will show you everything that you will be completing over the semester. Also a good idea to take a look at this so that you can see what's going to be expected for each week. Okay, I highly recommend printing it. Okay, next up we have faculty information. There are two important things here. One, you have a direct link to send me an email. If you do use this link, it does ensure that you're using your CWI email account, which is the only email account that I'm allowed to communicate with you. So please make sure that you use this link to send me an email, or that you are using your CWI student account when you are sending me an email. Another maybe not so important thing is a quick little introduction on me. This gives you some basic information about me. So if you'd like to learn more about me, this is the spot to do that. Next up, we have office hours. I do hold office hours every Monday and Wednesday from 2 to 3 p.m. They are on Blackboard Collaborate. So all you have to do is click on this office hours tab here. You will enter Blackboard Collaborate through this tab, but you can find more directions on how to do that here. I'm not going to do that for us because it looks a little bit different on my end. So if you do want to learn more about how to attend my office hours, which I hope you do, please make sure that you are reading over these documents or watching this video here. Okay, next up we have this tab here that's connect with the CWI tutor in person or online. By clicking on this, this is going to take you to tutormatching.com, which is the platform that the Tutoring Center uses to connect you with CWI tutors. So by clicking on that link, you will get into that tutor matching service. You can then use this left-hand panel here to narrow your search to help get that additional support that you need. And just a quick little note, this is not just for CWI tutoring. As in CWI 101 class, this is for any tutoring needs that you might have. You should be able to find a tutor in the department that you're looking for here. If you need more information on that, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to help you navigate this tutor matching website. Next up, we have weekly modules. This is probably where you're going to be spending the most time in this class, because this folder contains all of the information for the week, right? That's all of our readings and assignments. So when you click on that weekly modules, it'll pull up the most recent week or the week that we are currently in. It'll pull up that folder. You'll see a quick little schedule on what you'll need to complete for that week. If you click on the weekly module, you will then see all of those assignments. Okay, so just a little tip here. Anything below this first green line, so 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, and 1.4, those are all going to be due by Wednesday at 11:59. And then same goes for this line down here. Anything below this line, which is 1.5 through 1.10, are going to be due on Wednesday. These are meant to be done in order, so please make sure that you are following this order. A lot of the time, these activities build on top of one another. For example, 1.2 asks you to read the syllabus, and then 1.3 is going to be the syllabus quiz. So please make sure that you are following those orders. Just to give you a quick little preview of what these folders look like, if we see the syllabus quiz, you can click on that. You will then see the assignment link for you to complete. You would then click on this link to begin your quiz. Okay, so if you have any questions about how to turn assignments in or anything like that, also please let me know. Okay, we also have a pretty handy tab here called the multi-week assignments. And what this section does is it allows you to preview a lot of the assignments that we are going to be doing in this class. It doesn't have all of the assignments, but it has quite a few of them. So if you want to get ahead on your work and complete work early on, you can do that. So there's quite a few different assignments for you to look at here. So Blackboard badges, you'll be doing those over the course of the semester. So if we take a quick little look at that, this will give you an overview of what those badges are, and then you can access the assignment links for each of those classes, right? And get them done early if you would like, right? Some of you may have already completed some of these badges, so it's nice to kind of get them done and get them out of the way if you want or need to. So anything that you want to get done early, if you do like to do that, you can just come into these tabs here and get started on any of those assignments. Here we have just a quick link to the discussion board. We will have discussion boards throughout the first 10 weeks of class. After that, we will switch over to a peer review activity each week for our final project. But if you, again, would like to have a quick link to our discussions for each week, this is where you can go to get started on those. These links will also be available in those weekly module and weekly folders. Here we have My Grades. I think this is probably the second most important tab on our course menu. This gives an overview of all of your assignments and what you have scored on this. So I feel like this is something that you should check regularly, right? You should be able to see what you have scored on an assignment. And this is also where you will see feedback from me, right? So if a little blue bubble pops up here, it's because I've left you some sort of comment. I'm trying to say something to you. So if I have done that, please make sure that you are reading over it, because usually I'm trying to say something to help you make adjustments to future assignments and things like that. So again, check this regularly. Make sure you're staying updated with your grades. Anytime you miss an assignment, I will generally put a 0 there. You can go in there. You'll see that you have a missing assignment. You can go back and complete it with the decrease in points. You'll learn more about that in the syllabus. And again, check your feedback. Again, if I left a comment, please read over it because it's something that I'm trying to say. Okay, in this last tab here, I'm not going to click on this either because these aren't available, but at the end of the semester, you will be asked to do course evaluations, and this will be the link that you use to get there. So that is our class. If you have any questions about where to find something or how to access anything in our class, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. I am more than happy to answer any questions you may have.